What's up? My name is Lamb, back at it again with another great video. On today's video, I will be giving you my thoughts. I want people to keep in mind that thoughts and opinions change over time. So what I say in this video now may not be necessarily what I think a year from now, 5 years from now. And as I am presented with new information, my thoughts will change. Right now, I am 22 years old, and I only can give opinions about things based off of my world and my experience and what I've read and my knowledge based off of today and now, not 30 years from now. So with that being said, let's get right into the video. Today I will be giving my thoughts on government assistance and free stuff in America. I do not like the idea of free stuff in America. I know a lot of people want free college, and one of my biggest gripes about that would just be, personally, if they were going to give out free college, I would have liked them to do that while I was graduating high school, because maybe I would have went. I didn't go to college, and a lot of good people already have paid to paid their way through college or got loans and paid them off. So that's not really fair to everybody else to start giving out free college. But that's a little selfish thing or whatever for me to say that I want free college. For one, for me to believe that, because I don't care how I get free college. I don't care if it comes from other people or taxes, or if I'm a little butt or whatever and people don't want to pay my college tuition. I don't care about that. I'm just thinking about myself. And now to prevent other people from wanting to get free college, it's just me being petty and me being selfish. So I don't want free college, and I don't like the idea of free anything in general, like free college. I'm not going to speak on free healthcare. I don't, that's a topic for another video, but free college and food stamps and TWIC and whatever other assistance programs there are. Housing, free housing or whatever. I'm not really too big a fan of those programs because it's not free. It's not free. It's paid for by somebody, and it's paid for by the government. And I don't know if people realize or not, but the government doesn't just, the government doesn't work. The government doesn't have any money. So they have to get that money by taxing folks, or they can make more money, but then that causes hyperinflation. You can't just print money without having work. So they get, they tax these people, and our tax dollars pay for these programs. And as far as I'm being told that, middle-class Americans pay most of the taxes in this country. It's not taxes from corporations or wealthy people, ultra-rich CEOs. It's regular people paying the taxes for everybody else. So the way I see it is that my tax dollars, your tax dollars, shouldn't have to go to helping any and everybody else problems, any and everybody else's mess ups. That is not my burden to bear. That's not your burden to bear. If you got into $100,000 worth of student loan debt, that's your fault. If you cannot find housing, you need to get a job. If you got 12 kids and all the baby daddies are deadbeats, that is your problem, and it shouldn't be the burden of everybody else. So I'm going to touch a little bit more on taxes and what I think about that, but that's really a whole separate video in itself as far as like taxation being theft. But basically, like, maybe you wouldn't even be in this predicament now. You got to think, like, and then when I'm saying this, basically a lot of stuff in America or in the world, wherever, the place I live, it doesn't matter necessarily got to be America, but I think it should be restructured, you know what I'm saying? So I'm doing this kind of based off of the current system and not in an ideal world, or I'm saying it based in the ideal world, not in our current system, because there's a lot of other stuff that I would change too along with this. So basically you should be like, or what I was saying, basically to the point of, if you had your taxes from the time you started working at, let's say, 16, and now all of a sudden you fall on hard times at 32 and you need some kind of government assistance. Imagine if you had all your tax money and you used it and you invested it wisely. Then, you used it, invested it, saved it, or whatever. Then you probably wouldn't have been on them hard times in the first place from 16 to 32, whatever. That's 14, 15, whatever years. So, or 16 years that you would have had money in savings, that you wouldn't have needed daddy government to come in and swoop you up and save you. You would kind of be a responsible grown adult and you would do your own things, right? So I just feel like when you give out a lot of these free handouts, it does stop production, it stops growth, because like a lot of people think like, why even try when I can just do whatever I want and I will still have housing and I will still have food and I will still have clothing and shelter and all this other stuff. So now, while I do think maybe one day in the future, probably not while I'm alive, that it should be that we have all of these things for free. But the only way you get these things for free is you get them for free by slavery. We already tried that system. That doesn't, that's not good. That doesn't work. So slavery, or through robotics and automation. So now if we lived in a Jetsons world where robots could do everything for us, robots could build the houses and farm the food and be our doctors or whatever, then yes, everybody can get it free because robots would make everything and you don't force other people to fund your lifestyle or force other people to fund your bad decisions. You get what I'm saying? So basically, you're saying I messed up in my life, so I'm going to take your money to get my basic standards of living, to get my needs. What does that really have to do with me? You know what I'm saying? And not getting too much in the whole taxation thing, but if I want to donate or voluntarily give it to you, but to force it, that's a little, I don't really like that. So I think a lot of people, as far as these government assistance, they can work, they can produce, they can build, they can offer some kind of service or good and create economic value in society. I just think if you give out people handouts, then why would they work? You know what I'm saying? Like, take my work ethic, for example, and most people that maybe it's just me, but if I didn't have to work, I probably wouldn't work. It's other stuff now that I like to do, like I like gardening or whatever, so maybe I'll do that. I like go to the gym and whatever, live my life, but I wouldn't be out building nuclear submarines if I was rich. I wouldn't be out repairing them and, I wouldn't be doing that if I ain't lazy or whatever. If I have to, I will do it. So same thing with government assistance. If these people have to work to get shelter, to get food, they will. They don't want to work. And basically, so you're going to take my money and take my taxes while I'm busting my tail, you know what I'm saying, going through school, working 60 hours a week, saving money, not having no fun, while you going out having all the fun in the world, doing whatever you want, having unprotected sex, whatever you're doing, having all these kids, and whatever you're doing, drugs and partying and whatever you spent your money on when you can't pay your rent, you're gonna punish me for being responsible with my money. So I don't like that at all. So you should make people grow up and make people be adults and not depend on daddy government. So I'm talking about like free housing, like right now in Norfolk or just all over the country for real. They are tearing down the free housing and they putting up these mixed income communities, and they're putting up townhouses or single family houses, and they're tearing down the government housing or whatever. And the thing is, when you depend on big daddy government, they can take it away anytime they want. So a lot of people are complaining, oh no, da da da. And I'll make another video on that in more detail. Oh no, da da da, they taking our houses. What about the poor people? You never should have depended on daddy government in the first place, because it's not really like your parents. You know what I'm saying? So now, that was just like the bad side, but I do understand that people do fall on hard times. I do understand that people fall on hard times, and we all need help every now and then. And basically, I would say if you're a decent person, if you have a friends, family, some kind of community, church group, you fall on hard times, people will help you if you are actually likable. If you're not likable, then people won't help you. And if you're not a likable, rude, nasty, mean person anyway, and you fall on hard times due to disability or circumstance or economy or whatever, or just depression, mental illness or whatever, if you fall on hard times and nobody helps you, you're probably probably an a-hole in the first place, and you don't need to be helped. But if you weren't an a-hole and then you still don't have anybody to help you, then yes, the government should and can assist you, and I'm happy to give my tax dollars towards that. So I guess I don't really have a solution. This is really just me complaining and my thoughts. I haven't I don't have any of this scripted, just me thinking off the top of my head. But I would like more of a say-so in my dollars, in my tax dollars, and where they go. And I would like a more vetted system to vet these people out to see if they really need this government assistance. And if you really, 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 really need it, and you just couldn't physically possibly work, and you are going to try to change your life around and make it so you don't never get in this predicament again, then yes, I feel like you should get government assistance. And I feel like it should be a cap on that, because let's say, like, because these are strangers. Like, I don't even know them. They might not like me. You know what I'm saying? Just give my money to people or whatever, get for government assistance. I don't even know if I want to assist them. So, let's say I had a friend or family member who fell on hard times. I might let them sleep on my couch for 6 months for free. I might let them sleep on my couch for 6 months for free for a year. Am I going to let them do that for a year and a half, 2 years, 3 years? No, because at some point, I am enabling them. At some point, I got to put my foot down and be like, bro, you got 3 months to get out, bro. Like, I know you went through a breakup. I know you went through depression. I know you went through whatever you're going through, but you gotta get through it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta come up with some solution other than me. You know what I'm saying? Some other plan, and that will make. So going back to government assistance, if people know that government assistance is not an option, then they will save more, they will invest more, they will come up with some kind of contingency, some kind of plan B, where they are more responsible. Maybe they'll work more, work more overtime. They won't be as irresponsible. They will be more conscious of how they spend their money and what they do, and if free healthcare, and if they get hurt, and you're not gonna go do something dangerous or wild. You're not gonna have unprotected sex and sleep around with all these people, because nobody is coming to save you, and the world and the economy and the United States will all be better for us and for all of us. So this has been my video on government assistance. Tell me how you like the video down below. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Thank you, and I appreciate it.